Yeah. Well, the little bit that I did catch, from my point of view, the driver of the day would definitely be Anthony, for his respect when it came to the other drivers. And I would, yeah, definitely, sportsmanship definitely put him on top there. So for myself, the driver of the day was definitely Anthony last night.
Yeah, could not. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, could not agree more with that.
No, he should be, because mine's included with him.
As I did. Well, you'll need to do that in your the party's being broadcast. There's a box that says include my audio. You need to make sure you tick that box.
Yeah, make sure your side is.
There we go.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I could not agree with you more there on that one. There, what I've just done is, I'm in the process. I was in the process before I came on here. Good evening, folks. By the way, this is Kenzie Retro here on the main. This is the main camera for the main stream for the Talk of the Devil on the Talk of the Devil account. This is camera 1 for tonight's Extreme 1 League. But yeah, like I said, well, I could not agree with you more on that one. What I've done is I've managed to export the races from last night onto our Talk of the Devil YouTube channel. I still need to get a playlist put together for both the Extreme 1 League and the Talk of the Devil League. I need to get both those playlists put together, but I'll make sure I get that done later this evening.
Well done. That would be amazing. The more platforms there is for the viewers to go back onto and go have a look what what we're streaming live, when they cannot make it with us live, that will be nice having them going on a later stage on the platforms, making it comfortable for the viewers. So that will be great stuff. Thank you, Anthony. Kenzie.
Anytime.
Willem, just out of curiosity, do you have your volume on your TV up there? Because you are getting a bit of a backplay.
No, my TV is actually muted. Everything is muted. It's a headset with a mic, so I'm not sure why there will be some playback or echo on my side. What I have done, like last night, is I've downed the game volume a bit. So
yeah,
if there's any viewers that can confirm that it worked better than last time, then that will be great. Then we know what the settings should be for going forward. Then we can just confirm that as well. I'm having a look here why you might have a playback. Just say if it, just confirm it if it improves, please, there, Ivan.
Yeah, there is still a bit of a playback, so I'm not sure if it's coming from your side or from Kenzie.
Well, everything seems to be fine on my end because like Willem, I've muted my TV so that way all I hear is the audio coming through my headphones and of course the commentary from the party chat.
Oh yeah. Well, then the echo must be coming from my side. Right.
Sorry, Ivan. You are the lucky one. Echoing tonight.
It happens, boys. It happens.
It happens. Nonetheless, I see on camera 2 we've got 2 viewers. Welcome to the viewers. This is Extreme 1 League Racing Season 1, round number 4, Baku. If you guys just joined in, warm welcome. I'm joined by main commentator Fraser McKenzie and also one of the drivers and fellow commentator Ivan Delport, also known as Tamer Curve, also a driver in Extreme 1 League Racing, but unfortunately tonight's circumstances he won't be driving with the grid.
Yeah.
Welcome, gentlemen.
and on my end, on the main stream that I've got set up on my end, I've got 4 viewers watching right now. Good evening to those of you that are watching right now. I'm one of them. Like Willem said, I'm one of the main commentators for both the Talk of the Devil League and the Extreme One League. Willem has been filling in the commentary slot for the last couple of races, and who knows? Maybe if things keep going. If things go well, he could end up being a regular commentator in the next few races. And of course, he's mentioned that we've got Ivan with us as well. Ivan taking over the slot of Matt Dixon, who was my commentary partner for last season for the Talk of the Devil League. But now Ivan is my commentary partner for my main commentary partner for the Talk of the Devil League.
Yeah, that is correct.
And we were just talking about what happened with the Talk of the Devil League at this circuit just 24 hours ago. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I would highly recommend you either go back and watch it on Twitch or watch it on the YouTube channel when it goes live, because it was definitely one for the ages.
Yeah, we still made a joke about it, Kenzie, last night. Just to repeat what I said earlier to Ivan, there is no highlight, ladies and gentlemen. It's an hour and a half long highlight. Pick your pick, and let us know in the commentary, in the chats on these videos. Let us know what stood out for you in the race if you go back and view it. We would love to hear from you, what you liked and what you would like to see again in the future, maybe. We even made a joke about Monaco, Kenzie. We want to fill in Ivan on...
yes.
You want to fill in Ivan on that idea?
Ooh, I'm listening.
Well, basically, the idea that Willem actually came up with was the fact that we were thinking about having Monaco as just a fun race, simulation damage, no holds barred, just all the drivers just going for it, giving it everything they've got, and it's just going to be all out chaos and carnage and everything in between.
I think
And
we're going
as
to
an
have maybe
incident-
5 people in that race.
You know why we said that, Ivan? If you go back to the race last night, if you go back on the video last night for the viewers that missed it live, you know why? Because the first 10 laps we had 10 drivers out DNFing, and Kenzie informed me that that's one of the reasons why Monaco is not part of the calendar for Talk of the Devil's main league. And then he asked me a question that he wondered what it would be like on Monaco, and I said, you know what, just do Monaco. Take it off the calendar, no points, nothing counts. It's an entertainment race for the viewers of Talk of the Devil, for the fans. It's just, it's just for the fun of it. Put the guys in there, make simulation damage, just go all out, and even do a 25%, even if you have to. And let's just entertain the viewers on Talk of the Devil, because we have so much action on Baku. What will you have on Monaco?
You know what? That's a brilliant idea, guys. It'll be just something interesting for the viewers, bro. It's all about the spectators, man.
Oh, it's just a bit of entertainment, and these guys got sense of humor as well, so they will enjoy it. The drivers will enjoy it as well.
And one of the viewers on my stream right now has managed to get a multi-stream up and running. They've just shared it onto the in the group in the
that would be me under
chat.
the name Craved 101. Yeah.
Indeed.
Gentlemen, I'm still trying to get all my links and everything running and see where's what posted and get passed on these viewers on their comments. So if I'm on the end of on the back end of these things, just excuse me, but I'll get there. I promise I'll get there.
Well, don't worry. I'll be essentially the third commentator tonight, so I'll be checking out comments on the stream, asking the viewers what they think, who do you think is going to take the win.
Well, it's open grid. I mean, we've got essentially 16 drivers in this lobby, if it's not including the 2 spectators, making us the 18. But these guys here from last night driving here again, So hopefully some of the mistakes has been run through, and maybe we're gonna see them taking a different approach to this race. Although it's a 50% and last night was 100%, and this now it's equal, and last night was realistic. Let's see what this race brings us tonight. It's gonna be a different thing, I think.
I do enjoy having the equal performance. It's just it's all about the driver, you know. This determines on who's a diligent driver, who's going to be the one to overstep his boundaries and either outbreak himself or taking people out. So I do enjoy the equal performance, and this is what I specifically take part in this league.
And it's all going to come down to driver ability, with it being.
Yep.
Yeah, and the thing about it, you know, when we touch on it, all about the driver, not the car, because it's equal, then we also catch on with the more experienced drivers knowing which strategy to go for, you know, the ones that did some practice, you know, and like I said last night, Baku is not one of the tracks that's gonna, you know, be tire friendly, especially not in your areas. So some of the experienced drivers, they will know, coming from practice sessions or what, how to run the strategy and which tires to go for. But this is a 50% race. Like Ivan said, it's equal performance. This is still open doors. Anyone can take this.
Well, I plan to come back flying next race, which is Spain. You're definitely going to have Tamer curved in that McLaren, boys.
And
there you go, you heard it. That. There you go, you heard it here first, folks.
Oh, Kinsey,
yeah.
While we were live last night, you know, I asked Anthony, you know, if we can share a racetrack at a point, and he actually messaged me today and said, yes, thank you very much. Couldn't get that word out, but he actually did that and said he would love to have a race together. So thank you, Anthony, for allowing me to race with, in my opinion, one of the legends in this game.
Oh, you're blowing so much smoke up at that man's rear end at the moment, bro.
Ivan, I've been saying it since my first opportunity, being, you know, guest on Talk of the Devil and Extreme 1 last weekend, and it's two things, you know. You have to be consistent, either fast or slow, but consistency is key. And then the next thing is you have to have respect on track, and there is no better example than last night with Anthony. So you know, I'm not saying he's the best in the world. I'm not comparing him to anyone else. The plain fact is that's one of the drivers I really love to have a race with. You know, whether it's with another guys on track, it doesn't matter. It's just a point that I would like to have, you know, have a go with him on track and see how it goes.
Yeah.
And it looks like, as I've just spotted there, we've got a driver by the tag, gamer tag of Shantar, by the looks of the flag, from Lebanon, interestingly.
Ooh, that's very interesting. So he better do well.
Well,
indeed it is.
Drivers last weekend, eh?
Indeed it is, less about that.
That is really, really.
Because I mentioned it, I mentioned it during the Academy race in Australia back at the start of the season, that Jia Lu, our first Chinese driver to be part of this league, and now we've got a driver from Lebanon. So we've got a whole range of countries. We've got South Africa, UK obviously, USA, Mexico, Lebanon, Canada, and Matt Ashman throughout the second half of last season in the Talk of the Devil League. He had this running gag where he would change flags every race.
Oh, that's brilliant.
But nevertheless, the drivers are starting to ready up. looks like it's going to be 18 drivers, so not quite a full grid this evening, but doesn't change the fact that we could be in for another classic race just like last night.
Well, if that's the case, then Kenzie, do you want to send me an invite so that I'll quickly join in on the stream on the lobby?
Excellent.
Well, drivers is still enough drivers to give a lot of entertainment in this race.
Yeah, it should be. Got it, thank
That's
you.
the invite sent.
So, gentlemen, we are moments from the first qualifying session. Extreme 1 League race in season 1, round number 4, Baku street circuit in the country of Azerbaijan. This is a street circuit, 20 corners total, 12 to the right, 8 to the left, if I'm not mistaken. And this is one of the tracks you have to be careful on. So it's going to be an interesting session following up to Q3.
Indeed, yeah. And it's actually, yeah, it is indeed 20 corners, but it's 12 to the left and 8 to the right.
I swapped it.
It's okay. But now, I wasn't here for the race last week.
Yes! It was a very good one, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, just a shame that the stream cut out midway through the race. But
Yes,
nevertheless,
it was something that happened.
yeah. But nevertheless, let's have a look at the championship standings. Ryan Dalil in the Sport Pacer Racing Point team, he is currently at the top of the standings with 53 points. Owen Lewis, who's one of the reserve drivers, is on 44 points, and Jabe Lu with 26, tied with Irving and of course Ivan, who got that fantastic win and the fastest lap in Australia at the start of the season. But there's only 3 points separating third and sixth. And like we said last night with the Talk of the Devil standings, all it's going to take is one race result to change the course of the championship.
This is very...
that's exactly what makes this exciting for the standings to be so close. And that's what you want to see, because that brings you ultimately great races, great competition between the drivers, and you have all these overtaking opportunity to track, because you want that one race result that can change up.
Indeed, and we saw, and like I said, the one race result that could change the course of the championship. We didn't have Gary in the race last night. Stephen Harris win with the fastest lap, so he got to the championship. But also, because he finished last night, and Mercedes ended up getting a 1, they ended up getting themselves on top of the championship, and Callum said things should be. But Constructors Championship here, the League, Racing Point are at the top with 50 points, Red Bull with 46, and Haas are currently third in the championship with 45 points. So there's only 10 points between the three. Then you've got McLaren with 30. But of course, still early days in the championship, so we just want what happens. So I'm with Brendan Zarglis from Canada. He's in the Mercedes. He's got Kyle Keegan, who's his teammate alongside him. In the interest here, to Freddy.
I think that's a call. Slow.
Let's
go slow, yeah.
Let's go through to the track ahead of him. We saw that in qualifying last night, that some of the drivers down to let other cars conclusive that they had a clear track ahead.
Yeah, no, we were just going mad here with wanting to see where they actually. Like you said, it was just guys slowing down enough.
Yes, at the moment. He's got tricky left, right, slick in the main straight.
Yeah, that's a very easy place to lose the car at to. Matthew Waddington just goes fastest with a 139 handle in the Haas, a 139.046, so 1,000. Then you've got well, actually it's Romano.
Romano, right.
Romano is 39.942. Jarbelu in the Williams 139, roughly the same last night in the front. But of course, that's on realistic performance. It's equal performance down to driver.
Yeah, I went for this one out to see your app time will be for the race again, and average lap time in the race for Michelin is 141. It'll be interesting to see what the fastest lap would be.
I think we could be looking at the times. Right, but nevertheless, Champignon, if that's how you pronounce your judge if I pronounce it wrong. This is the guy from that I met. Not the fastest lap in the world. It's a 140. It's a great lap time.
We've got issues in the lobby, guys. I think just have two drivers leaving, Anthony and
John McLaren.
John Taylor. We hope it's not a repeat of last weekend, either.
Let's hope not. I mean, I sent a nasty email through to Codemasters, and they did respond. Nice 4 gig on the game.
Thank you very much to them.
On stability issues. But from what I see last night, a couple of drops.
Yeah, but it's also like we said last time, when we had a talk about it, is that you've got also the player behind his. There can be issues as well, seeing who the ISP is. That's something Sinead mentioned on the previous stream. So, Codemasters, thumbs up, hats off for responding to issues. But I don't think ultimately they can be responsible for personal issues with your own connection with your ISP.
That is.
The two are doing the same thing here tonight, Kenzie. Looks like they're going here for
the slipstreaming. The slipstreaming. We noticed. Yeah, we did notice that last night, and it looks like the drivers in this league are taking some tips from those drivers. Interestingly, there's Holgate in the Ferrari. He got a 1.8. He's 7th at the moment. Interesting. We've got Irving in the sister Ferrari, 40.7, compared to John Taylor and McLaren, 141.0. There's only 0.3 between 5th and 10th. That's how close it is right now.
Oh, that is close.
So I'm currently expecting Owen at the moment in the Red Bull. He's just started his flying lap.
Owen's done pretty well for himself. 2 pole positions, 1 7 days ago, and he also won in Bahrain.
I'm currently spectating a freaky pop pop. That's also one of the. And he just went. He's in the Williams. Has he joined newly to this league here, Ivan?
This is quite interesting news to me as well. I haven't heard anything about it. But it's good to see that the South African boys are being represented. I noticed that Ryan isn't in today's race.
That's saying that. I just saw that also.
So at least we still have South African boys representing. That would be Romano in 5th at the moment, and Pok Dion down in 18th. So done a 1:39.8.11. That puts him to 3rd on the log at the moment.
And Michael Handel has just received a 5-place grid penalty collision with somebody who was the collision with. It was with his teammate. That's interesting.
Oh my word.
A grid penalty for colliding with his team? What were the odds of that happening?
Set the particular flag. I just want to make sure if that's an incident or it's a drive down.
It's Kyle Keegan. He's going very, very slowly. I'm not sure if he's out of fuel or what, but he's going at essentially
He's out of fuel.
He's out of fuel. He's out of fuel. What were the odds of that happening? A few drivers run out of fuel during their... Not the first time we've seen it happen in the Talk the Devil League, and we have seen it a couple of times here in the Extreme 1 League.
Yeah, I think it's because the guys are running really low fuel loads.
Yeah.
Just enough to do that one lap.
And it looks like... Hang on, it looks like I think we've got somebody else that's out of Dion in the Williams. It looks like he's out of fuel as well.
misjudging how much you would need.
Either that or what he's doing is just coasting, but it definitely looks like
No, I'm actually on his telemetry, Kenzie.
he's having trouble accelerating. Yeah, he is out of fuel. He's having trouble accelerating. He's definitely out of fuel. He is to stop on the track. I'd be quite concerned if that did happen.
I think he just went out of the way of that other driver coming up. But it's nice to see that, these guys still stay off as far as possible from any racing line, even though they are pushing it a little bit far from, how much fuel you would need. Taking the chance though.
The grid's looking nice and mixed there. The different cars.
Yeah, 1 to 10 is again. You have all sorts in there. Licorice all sorts, as we said last night.
Yeah, that's it. It's a great comparison, and I've got to give you credit for that one. Now I'm not the biggest fan of the licorice all sorts sweets, but yeah, it is a very fair comparison. I'll give you that one.
Well, the colors might differ from the sweets to what the actual livery is on the cars, but yeah, it's a great mix. But that's what again, what we said last time. That is what you want to see. You want to see everyone competing as hard as they can, and that gives us a good mix. It seems like the top 5 is going to be settling down. I don't see them doing anything at the moment, coming out for the second run. And I suppose it's going to be the same thing happening in the previous race, where they save a set of tyres, or Q2 and Q3 maybe.
It looks like I was with Tarpinian in the McLaren, but he's gone back into the pits. He wasn't going to improve on his lap time. He comes back in. I don't blame him. But we've got Matt Dixon in the Alfa. He's already 2/10 up, heading through the castle section. Just some of the camera shots here. He's just flies past them. He's definitely got some. He's definitely got a great pace on him. And look at that! He was 2/10 up after the first sector. He just made up half a second in that second sector. Where did you get that time from?
Well, this is all about your corner entry and exit. You know, getting as close as possible to the apex. And some of these corners, you really want to avoid the curb because that costs you a lot of time. And it seems like you just put the perfect lap together. Going with a 140.3.
He got another half second from that lap. How on earth is that even happening?
Well, it's due to track, and it's also due to where the guys are placing their cars in and out of the corners. It plays a big role on this track, being such tight cornering.
Indeed, we've got Tarpinian going back out on track. Irving going for another lap, and oh, hang on, what's happened?
What?
Yellow flags in sector 1. It's for Gareth in the Alfa Romeo.
Why?
I think he's collected the wall.
At this point, after what happened last night, I wouldn't be surprised if that did happen. We've got Dion in the Williams coming down the straight now.
He's definitely on his fast lap, approaching it.
Hopefully to get something, but it looks like they managed to clear the car without much difficulty. And we've got a minute and 15 to go. It's going to be the slowest 3 cars that we lose from this part of qualifying. Gareth was already one of the slowest cars, so he's going to be spotless. Lee's not going to be able to come out for another lap. He's eliminated. The big question is, will Tarpinian manage to improve on his lap? He needs 8/10 from his lap. It's a big ask, but if Max Dixon's lap's anything to go by, it shows that anything can happen.
Well, he is starting his flying lap now.
We've got Dion in the Williams. He's on his lap right now.
Yeah, I'm on TV pod with him going around the lap, just trying to show the spectators.
And Lee's,
a close up.
And Lee's decided to split up in the session because he's going to be starting at the back of the grid regardless. But
oh, Dion's scraping the wall there. Just keeping that car on track.
managing to.
Well, our Lebanese driver is 0.3 up on his time.
Whoa!
That's great. And brilliant lap from Dion. 140.
Coming up to 6.
392.
Brilliant.
And that means Michael Booker is in danger of being eliminated.
Well, it seems like everyone has finished their laps.
Irving was on a lap, but he's come back into the pits.
It's just our Lebanese driver at the moment.
He's a quarter of a second down. He's got to make a second up in this final sector. How he's going to do that, I don't know. But it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make the improvements he needs to be able to get into the next part of qualifying. Did he improve? No, he doesn't. He stays 16th, and that's him out of qualifying.
Interesting turn of events for the first round.
So the 3 drivers
Again,
that
we
have
have
been
Williams in the top 10.
That I'm not overly surprised about, but it's Michael Handel in the Haas. He's got the time. He's got that grid penalty to take into account. We've got Tarpinian, Gareth, and Lee. They have all been eliminated from this part of qualifying.
It's again Q1. There's a big gap from the first 15 between them. We would like, I think we're going to see that gap closing, just like last night's race. But this being equal performance, you would have suspected a closer gap than yesterday, Kenzie.
Yeah, you would have thought that with it being equal performance, but as Frank Sinatra once put it, that's life. Doesn't always pan out the way you want it.
Yes. Well, I would not have thought about Frank Sinatra and that saying. So all the credit to you for bringing that one up. But yeah. Now this is where the strategy is going to play out. So Kenzie, again we're going to have guys coming on softs and we're going to have guys coming on the mediums. This being a 50% race, this will be a one-stopper. It just depends on how you're going to do it. Is it going to be softs to mediums or mediums to softs?
Indeed, because instead of it being 51 laps, it would be 26 laps with it being a 50 race distance, which would be the equivalent of about 95 miles, which would be just over 150 kilometers.
And all of that happens in just about half an hour, 40 minutes.
And of course that all depends on the circuit as well.
That's it.
But nevertheless, we've got John Taylor. He's the first out onto the track. He's going onto the softs. He's going to be trying to get. He'll definitely be looking to get that lap under his belt to get into the next part of qualifying.
Got another disconnection there. Shantar, my screen has left the session. Hopefully he can rejoin.
But of course he has already been eliminated from this part of.
That's it.
He's been eliminated from qualifying, so he's not going to be overly concerned about that.
Gentlemen, while these guys are doing their outlaps and getting their tires warm, what is the best looking car on track for you guys this season? With all delivery changes and the little bits of updates on deliveries. What's your favorite car on track for this season?
Well, if I was one of those viewers answering this question, it's a tough one to call, but I would probably have to say either the McLaren with the orange and the blue diamonds at the back, or the Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I just got another one in the mix here, and that's the Renault. That black and yellow looks amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a way to make yourself stand out from the crowd. We've got John Taylor coming through the final sequence of corners and then on to the main straight, which is the longest on the calendar.
We just had Matt Dixon on his fast lap losing the rear end there before the castle section. I wonder how that would have cost him a little bit of time on his lap. You might see him going out again and scraping the wall there on the exit.
My goodness me. But Romano goes fastest at 39.5. I've just double checked, and it turns straight. As I like to say, this is the longest. It does have the longest straight on the current F1 calendar at just over 2 kilometers long.
It's massively long.
But it's so short if you're on full taps in one of these cars. These cars going over 200 miles an hour on a 2 kilometer straight, it ends quite quickly, I would suspect, being in that seat.
Yeah, all over it in roughly about 10 seconds, depending on how fast you're going down that straight. We've got Michael Handel, Jorge, Owen, Jarbailu, Kyle Keegan, and Brendan. All, I was about to say all yet to set a lap time, but as I say that, one of the drivers has indeed set a lap time. There you go. That was the two Mercedes. Kyle, 40.499, and you had Brendan at 42.3. Jorge is out on a lap as well. He'll be setting his first lap of this part of qualifying. We've got Michael Handel still in the pits, while Jorge starting to make his way through the castle section, one of the more technical sections of any F1 circuit on the current calendar. It was Matt Dixon just letting Jorge pass. He didn't want to have any part in impeding that lap.
Dude with a big butt, I'm not sure what his real name is, but that's his
Yeah,
game
that's
tag.
Michael
He just
Handel,
scraped
yeah.
the wall. He just scraped the wall there on corner 2. Yeah, doesn't seem like he's got damage. I think it was just a wheel touching the barrier there. Getting extremely close to the wall again there.
The main thing is he's lucky to have been able to avoid the damage. Jorge has just gone up to third, 39.995. We've got Jarbailu in the Williams. He's just started his lap. We're going to ride on board with him for this lap. He's coming through turn 2 now, breaks down to 65. This is one of the two DRS zones. Accelerating close to 200 miles an hour. He clocks over at 205, breaking down to 60 for turn 3. Then a short run up to turn 4. Right hander, almost clipping the wall there. Head towards turn 5 and 6. Left, then on right, and then another short straight as he heads towards turn 7. And then start of the castle section now. Almost clips the wall again, but definitely driving on the edge. Section now. He's only got a few minutes left to go before that main straight.
I see sometimes just joined again.
And his lap times are looking okay. Just at the 200 mile an hour mark. Just up to 205. He's going to hit 210 across the line. 41.4. Hitting 9th. A great lap from him. And Owen Lewis with a 39.3. Fantastic lap from him.
The last person to do a lap on with Duke with a big putt. He's currently on the softs in their horse, approaching the last set of corners now before the S's on the main straight. Trying to tuck it in nicely to get a good exit. Over 330 kilometers an hour, approaching the 340 mark just before the straight finish. And there you go, ladies. 138.8.
It's just shy of 800ths faster than Anthony Waddington. So the drivers in danger of being eliminated are Jabelu, Irving, Dion, Brendan, and Ben Hazelwood in the Toro Rosso. That's your 5 that are in danger of being eliminated right now.
For you in 11th, he might now go into the pits because he doesn't have any DRS left. Oh well, there we go. He will continue with his lap. I suspect he will be going.
Interesting as well. That is very interesting. He's only got 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight doing another lap. Irvin in the Ferrari is on his outlap, also on the softs. And well, he's going to change his strategy because he doesn't want to be eliminated. He went out on mediums, he's now on the softs. So let's see what he can bring up. I'm on board with him at the moment. On his outlap, approaching the last set of corners before he starts his flying lap. Now this is where you want to get your exit perfect.
Brendan
because you're going to carry all the speed.
Come into the. Brendan in the Mercedes has just come into the pits. He'll be looking to try and get his tyres changed as quickly as he can. And Jarbelu's slowed down quite a bit. Looks like he'll be coming in to get his tyres changed. And Brendan does indeed go onto the softs. Dion still on the mediums. Sounds like he might be confident enough to be able to get into the next part of qualifying on those mediums, but wait and see what happens.
Well, Irvin lost a bit of time in corner 4. With a tail happy event. So she's only 12 and he's roughly
about 3/4 of a second roughly. And oh, he's hit the wall! Oh, that's his lap over! Flips it on the into half section. And that's his session over.
This is so ironic because that's the same, almost the same thing that happened with Charles Leclerc this year. It was almost a picture-perfect event, and he's in a Ferrari as well.
Oh my word!
Can catch you out the moment you just click your eyes.
Irony
over.
of that. The cruel irony of it. Here's Ben Hazelwood. Gets through without much difficulty.
Oh.
Brutal for Irving, but hopefully he can make it up with a good later on.
Wow. That is such a difficult corner to take, and it catches you out so quickly and easily. Dion stopping completely. He's having a good eye on the traffic at the moment. He just wants to get a perfect lap in it by the seams of it. If I'm him, I would hurry it up a little bit more. There's only 50 seconds left for him to get over that finish line to do his lap.
Indeed, just less than a minute to go.
This is where you want to get the power on. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on your speed carrying it on the main straight.
Indeed, couldn't have said it better myself. Irving's in the pits, he's going to be out. Michael Booker in the Renault, he's going to be out. Jarbelu, he's indeed gone onto the softs. He's going to try and improve on his lap time to be able to hopefully improve on his lap time and get in
You-
the next part of qualifying.
Dion just cancelled his lap.
Well, that's an interesting move.
And he
So that means he's gonna-
ready to go.
And that means he's going to be out. Only Jabelu and Brendan in the Williams and Mercedes respectively can improve on their lap times, which means Matt Dixon and potentially Ben Hazelwood.
Oh, Dion just sent me a message, ladies and gentlemen. He told me that he had a bit of incident with the wall and got a bit of wing damage, and that made him cancel the lap just prior to that fast lap. What an unfortunate
Brendan.
event.
I said, while that's happening, Brendan, just seeing his sector times, he is over a second quicker. He could be guaranteed a slot in qualifying 3. What's his time going to be? 1:40.544 puts him going to be safe. Matt Dixon's been eliminated. Will Ben Hazelwood follow suit?
And what will Jobe Liu do? He's approaching the final set of corners on his fast
He's
lap.
currently half a second up. He's just he only needs another 10.2 to be able to get into the top 10 shootout. And it's definitely going to look like the top 10, regardless of what happens, are all going to start on the soft tyre by the looks of it. And Jobe Liu does improve. He goes up to 8th. He goes into 8th with a 1:40.390.
Well, there you have it.
Ben,
This was a shootout.
Matt, Michael, Irving, and Dion all eliminated from qualifying, which means Michael Handel, Anthony Waddington, Owen Lewis, Romano, Caesar Jorge, John Taylor, Jabelu, Kyle Keegan, and Brendan all in qualifying 3.
That was a stellar lap from Jobe Liu to get him in contention with quali 3. Brilliant stuff from him on the last moment.
But indeed, another great lap as well from Brendan, who was last, managed to get himself into the top 10, and it's only going to be Kyle Keegan who is going to be starting on the mediums from those that are in the top 10.
Which I would say is the better strategy at the moment. You do get a little bit better track position with the soft tyre in the beginning, but the medium wear is a little bit less. Quite a lot less than the soft tyre. The soft won't last you that long in the first couple of laps. Compromises your, your pit window. So this would be interesting to see what he does in the top 10 with those mediums.
So now we're into the top 10 shootout. This will see who gets onto pole position.
Well, Anthony Waddington definitely controlling Q1 and Q2 as we saw, so he will definitely be one of the guys to have a look at. And also Michael being top of the runners in Q1. So Anthony Waddington and Michael, I think they will be going gloves off in this session.
We've got Waddington, Romano, and Jabelu all out on the track.
Well, Romano is the first guy to be going out. It seems like he's going to make space for Anthony to go past. Warming up the tires nicely there by Romanos. You can see him.
We've got our two pole sitters from this season so far, Owen and Michael, all both in this final part of qualifying. We could end up with a great battle between them for pole position, whether Michael gets his second or Owen gets his third. But then again, we could end up with someone like Waddington getting their first pole position this season.
That would be very nice to see. But Anthony, we just have to say, you know, this is top class from all of the drivers. The ones that's been eliminated, 10 and to the top 5. These guys are giving it their all. You can see it, you know, when you look at how the driving style. You can look at it lap times. You know, these guys are giving it what they can, and that's what we want at the end of the day. You want to see them fight for that glory of having pole.
Indeed.
I'm just on board with Romano at the moment in the Haas. It seems like he's got his lines a bit wrong. Just a little bit wonky going in the coaching castle section now. And taking that corner very nicely. Tight on the right and very tight on the left hand. And now the difficult part is now gone. Composure now in the final corners before the main straight. This is where you make up a lot of your lap time. Perfectly executed corner there. Now the last one before the S's. Perfectly done.
We've got yellow flags in sector 2. And it's John Taylor.
And that's John
yellow
Taylor.
flags in sector 2.
Oh my word. Do we have our first victim, Kenzie? Is this going to be our first victim?
I think that might have been from the castle section, which I wouldn't be surprised. We saw Irving lose it at the.
Well, I'm on board with your guy approaching castle section now. Just want to try to see if there's any debris or anything like that in castle section, which no, there isn't. That's odd.
It's very interesting.
So,
unless what happened is,
there was trouble there.
unless what happened is, unless what happened is Caesar, unless John ended up losing the car earlier before the castle section.
That's the only possibility at this moment, because there was nothing on the track in Castle confirming that he did indeed crash out in Castle section. I'm on board with Michael at the moment in the Haas, dude with the big butt. Him going for his first fast lap, still on the out lap currently. And he touched the wall. And he will definitely have front wing damage. Michael in the Haas has got wing damage on the left front of his Haas. And all of that happened on his outlap.
Caesar's just set his first lap of qualifying 3, a 1:40.329. We've got a couple of drivers in the 1:38s already. Owen Lewis in the Red Bull and Waddington in the Toro Rosso.
Kinsey play again, 138.5, whereby last night we saw the 138.2 mark, so we're 3/10 off last night's pole time.
And it'll be interesting here. There's just over a tenth between Waddington and Lewis. There's not much to separate them, so it looks like it's going to be between those two for pole position. But I wouldn't discount Michael just yet.
I see he's busy on his outlap, and Romano as well, and I think they're a bit too far away from one another to be able to pull the toe. But let's see what he is bringing for us on his outlap. He's very careful in Castle, which I would suspect, and this would play a big role. Psychologically, he made a mistake there, and he would try to avoid it at all costs, and that will cost him that time.
Indeed. We've got on another outlap.
And it doesn't seem like Romano is waiting for his teammate to catch up for the toe. They would be doing it separately. Oh, Romano's scratching the wall there.
Wow, that nearly ruined his lap.
Well, there's no damage on the car. That was wheels to the wall. That would have slowed down his teammate a bit. That yellow sector there, knowing that his teammate was going for that fast lap. It's unfortunate for Romano. He was really on the fast one there. So that will definitely be a cancellation by Romano on that lap. Coming into the final parts of Q3.
He'll have time to go for another lap.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's pushing to go for another lap though.
I think it looks like he'll be very happy with what he's done. Owen Lewis is going out for another lap. Yellow flag in sector
touched the
2.
wall again.
The sort of thing you can really do without.
Michael approaching the straight finish now, just before the DRS zone for his first fast lap. Let's see what his timing will be. A 138.3.
Wow!
Oh! We expected this to happen. You called it, Kenzie.
Yeah, I said don't discount him just yet. Michael will be happy with that one. He's chasing his second.
He's chasing
his second pole. That's his second pole position of the season. He's chasing down.
So there is 2 seconds at the moment splitting top 10, being number 10, John Taylor, DNFing or retiring in Q3. So the top 9 split by 2 seconds, Kenzie. That's a lot for the top 10.
That's very true.
That's a huge time difference for the top 10. And this being equal performance.
I'm just keeping an eye on Owen Lewis. He's definitely looking quick through. He's definitely looking quick. We'll see what his second sector time is like. And he's faster. He's got a 10th up.
Oh, this is going to be close.
He's only got a 10th and a half to make up. This is going to be close. One inch is not going to improve. This is going to be close. Is Owen going to improve? He does, but not enough.
Wow! A 10th and a half.
And
Splits.
my goodness, and Kyle Keegan, he has improved as well. But that means that Michael Handel with his second pole position of the season.
Wow. He would be chasing the race win at the moment. But this is going to be a battle in the race between Owen and Michael, respectively being in the Haas and the Red Bull.
This is a battle I cannot wait for.
Top 4 split by only a second, the rest done by the second. It's a lot of lap time split in the top 10, Kenzie. That's a lot of time.
So now we head into our 5-minute break. As we head into round 4 of the Extreme 1 League for this season. We are in Baku. Not much changing about the facts and stats of the country. The Caspian Sea, the world's largest inland body of water. Baku is the sole metropolis of Azerbaijan. It's also the second longest track on the calendar after Spa, the longest straight on the calendar at just over 2 kilometers long. 4 different winners. We had Rosberg, Ricciardo, Hamilton and Bottas all winning an Azerbaijan Grand Prix each since its inception in 2016. 3.73 miles on this circuit, an average speed of roughly 140 miles an hour. 2 DRS zones with 20 corners to negotiate. That's 12 to the left and 8 to the right. Some of the action zones to look out for as well. You've got turn 1 from last night's race there. Willem and Panagiotis coming together. And Willem ended up with a penalty and Panagiotis not being able to finish the race. Turn 3 also to look out for from Raikkonen versus Ocon. And also earlier this season with Ricciardo and Kvyat. Might need to get some better rear view mirrors for Ricciardo next time with that one. Turn 15 Vettel thought Hamilton brake checked him during the safety car, decided to come alongside him, give him a little nudge, and there was a few consequences after that. And then we've got the main straight to look out for as well. The reason I bring up the main straight is because of that incredible show of sportsmanship between Anthony Waddington and Callum Harrod at the end of the race last night. The 3 tyre compounds we have with us, as always, the soft, medium, and the hard. It's the C4, the C3, and the C2. And last but by no means least, it's on to the grid. And we have, and it turns out Owen Lewis will be starting on pole for the third time this season due to a penalty from Michael Handel earlier on in qualifying. Then you've got Anthony Waddington, a great performance from him. Third in the Talk of the Devil League last night, and he's starting second today. Kyle Keegan, another great performance from him, starting third. Jorge in the Ferrari starting fourth. Then you've got the Haases of Romano and Michael, 5th and 6th in row 3. Michael starting 6th because of his grid penalty. Jarbe Lou in the Williams, great performance from him in 7th. Caesar in 8th. Then you've got Brendan in the Mercedes in 9th, followed by John Taylor rounding up the top 10 as he couldn't take part in, as he was unable to get a lap in. Now, the rest of the grid, we have got Ben Hazelwood in the Toro Rosso with Matt Dixon alongside him. Then we've got Michael Booker in the Renault and Irving Diaz in the Ferrari. We've got Dion from South Africa in the Sister Williams, and then we've got Shant Tarpinian making his debut. Not the start he would have wanted, but he'll be hoping to make a big impact. Followed by Gareth Lambourne and Lee rounding up the grid.
Yeah, Kinsey. So this is like the moment we're waiting for. It's the lights out moment, and then corner 1, 3, and then castle section to look out for. I will definitely be looking out for corner 1 again tonight, and then especially the castle section, where these guys are going to be pushing the limits. Castle section being a very tight section, so if we do have an incident there, it would be, again, like I said last night, the most expensive pile up in history. But let's hope that goes all well for the drivers.
Indeed. We shall wait and see what happens there. And the drivers are readying up.
20 seconds left. I'm feeling that same excitement that I got last night for the lights out.
Indeed.
Let's see what they bring us.
So we had one of the viewers in the chat on my stream mentioning that agreeing with me, McLaren having one of the best liveries on the grid this season. Hopefully we don't get too much damage to it today, but nevertheless, 3 lights, 4 lights, and when they go out, it will be race time in Azerbaijan. A great start there from the 2 Haases, and Owen Lewis maintaining the lead in the first corner, and it looks like we've already got some carnage. People going wide in the first corner, but not as chaotic as the start last night.
He's down into 18th position.
Oh, he lost it at turn 2, and that is him at the back, and he's lost part of his front wing already. Shocking surprise to absolutely no one.
Matt Dixon.
What on earth? And that's Matt Dixon! It's Matt Dixon! He's lost his front wing completely. He's got his teammate out behind him as well. Oh my goodness.
It's a repeat, King.
Not as chaotic though, but we still lost some front wings. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised those front wings already.
Oh, there we go. It's not Castle as well. Him having
and he's lost part of his front wing as well. My goodness me. Unbelievable. And Waddington definitely having a look at Owen Lewis. He's definitely having a look. He's definitely looking feisty, looking racy. He wants to have a crack. Here comes the main street, 2.2 kilometers long.
And we have
the slipstream. Waddington has the slipstream. He's able to go faster. Is he going to get him into turn 1? He's got the racing line, but Lewis manages to keep the crucial that. Jorge's in the pits already. Front wing. Brent in the pits. Book in the pits. All drivers in the pits. Matt Dixon in the pits. And Tarpinian following suit. So the order at the end. Owen leads. Waddington second. Keith. Handel fourth. Moto fifth. Joe Bailey seventh. Caesar eighth. John Taylor ninth. And Irving rounding up the top 10. The biggest winners out of the start. And Dion getting 9 in the Williams, Lee getting 7 in the Renault. Great starts from them.
But I almost thought we were going to have a complete repeat of last night. All that action again in corner 1, 2 and 3, Kenzie. This is hectic things happening on Baku.
Indeed. It's going to be very interesting to see what when we approach lap 3. We've got yellow flags in sector 2 already. That'll be another person hitting the wall. I'm not surprised. This circuit is Waddington on Eddie's screen. The question is he going to be able to make the move stick this time? He's a lot closer this time. He's got a bit more time. He's got a bit more space. But Lewis defending well. And Waddington goes for the move. Is he going to make the move stick? Lewis shuts the door on him. He's not having any of them.
But that's great, knowing which place
the only problem now is the fact that Waddington now has DRS. He can have a crack heading down to turn 3. He's going to go for it. He's not going to try and do a Daniel Kvyat. He's not going to go for the torpedo. He's going to keep himself. Yellow flags in sector 3. In the pits. He's having shoulders front wing again already.
I don't know where to put
it. It looks like Michael Handel has got.
Dion climbing 10 places already.
He's already up into 5th. This guy's a man on a mission!
And he collected the ball with the left front wing just now. He was not happy with himself at all after that.
Just when he was making his way through the field, but regardless, that is an incredible lap. That is an incredible progress for him. It looks like it's all
both
going to be
Williams
undone.
The wall there on that corner again. Your words was not called as yet you spoke then, Kenzie, saying the McLaren is the best livery on track. It should not get damaged tonight, and it was the first car that we saw that got damaged tonight. Wow.
Yeah. The good old commentator's curse strikes again.
Well, I hope they're not blaming us for that, but I just had to point out that the best looking car was the first one to have damage. But nonetheless, we've got Caesar coming into the pits in the record.
He's having to come back in again. It's all falling apart for Irving.
But we saw this in yesterday's race as well.
Indeed, yeah. So Tarpinian, he's starting to make his way back through the field. Taylor getting past Jarmelu meanwhile. And Caesar getting past Brendan as well.
Oh, they're neck and neck.
Having a great battle.
Close.
Having a great battle, but up front, and I'm so, hang on, what's going on here? He's now up into 4th. Is the challenge for the race win today at this point?
Well, it won't surprise me. He's a very, very competitive racer, and he wants to win every single time, and he's going to push as hard as he can for that. That I can guarantee. Looking at 11 place climbs in only 5 laps. What does he have in store for us today?
Hamilton wasn't close enough to make any sort of impact.
Right, I see John Taylor in the McLaren
And
going
Kyle
in.
Keegan, they're in the pits already.
Yeah. As well, Jarbe Lou going into the pits now. And we have Utica challenging on the main straight. And he is taking it comfortably.
But made that look easy.
Well, you can't say it's the horsepower of that Ferrari because it's a performance, but I suspect he saved every last.
He's got the setup. And, oh, hang on a second! Hang on, sorry to cut in there, but Waddington just got past there. Owen Lewis! Owen Lewis has front damage heading into the castle section.
What? Castle is claiming more damage than what there is deaths in this world. Castle section being the one causing all the chaos on this track.
And it looks like we've got another infamous corner when it comes to the league. Yeah, for the past 2 seasons, we've had Australia with turn 12. We've obviously got the Wall of Champions in Canada, and just a few weeks ago, Hockenheim turn 16.
Oh yeah, turn 16. Yeah, that corner I can agree with. Just got a message from Ivan. Ivan says, thank you, gents, for...
Anytime.
Thumbs up.
And we've got Michael Handel and Dion in the pits. They were in there relatively very quick stop. Like it was a case of it was just a regular stop. And Kyle Keegan, he's now got this is going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out.
And he's on the gearboxes, Gareth. He is challenging again.
Unbelievable. Gareth, 13 still at the boundary. He's yet to make a stop.
This has become an epic race. Oh, and they collect, and they contact.
Oh my goodness me!
Clipping him on the rear and forcing him on the slide of Gareth.
Did he sustain any damage though? That's the $1 million question. Did any damage? Doesn't look like he did.
Nothing.
Waddington's in the pits now. Waddington's in the pits. It's a regular stop, and Romano's in the pits as well.
Gareth collected the wall. Gareth collected the wall, giving a slide, and now he's got 3 cars on his rear. The 2 Ferraris and John Taylor in the McLaren. They're gonna
and
push
somehow didn't sustain any damage.
That car, I'm very sorry. The FIM must look at that front wing. I don't think it's carbon fiber. What?
Oh, that's a bit. Oh, there's contact in the wall. Contact on the main straight.
With John Taylor and the Ferrari.
John Taylor, he's lost the end plate. That's one of the Ferraris. That's Irving. He's made collision. He's made contact as well. Oh my goodness me, it's all falling apart for him. That'll be John Taylor's race up in smoke. He's got to try and get back onto track somehow, but how he does that, I do not. And he's out! He's actually out of the race now! He's not going to be able to continue!
Can I say now that we're having a repeat, Kenzie? Because it certainly looks like it. It's almost lap 10 and we're having our first victim of the race being John Taylor in the McLaren.
That is really unfortunate for him. We've got Kyle Keegan back in the pits again. We've got Ferraris, Irving and Jorge bearing down on Gareth and the Red Bull Caesar.
Jorge the one that's going to be struggling with his right front wing, clipping the wall there. So it seems like he's falling back a bit on this battle between 5th, 6th and 7th. And Owen just putting in the fastest lap, 1.3.009.
That is a very impressive lap time.
And Caesar just took the Alpha of Darren Gareth.
Caesar now up into 5th. He'll be hunting Dion.
Dion making headway with his lap time on Romano in 3rd in the Haas. He just made up 7/10 in one lap, closing the distance between him and Romano to only 10.6 seconds. Keep in mind, he climbed 11 places since the race starts.
That is a very, very impressive performance there so far. But Dion has also gained 11 places. He's up into 4th now. If he ends up, if someone like either Dion or Darren ends up on the podium today, that's definitely going to be up there as a potential driver of the day performance.
Yeah. Just to mention, we've got 2 South African representatives in the top 5, being Romano and Dion in 3rd and 4th. And Matt Dixon just cut the corner and barely missed the wall. We have Chantal that's being attacked by dude with the big butts, and we are gonna be seeing an overtake happening on Chantal. The horse being on the outside in the main straight. Will Chantal be in the inside to take the corner and keep the lead? No, he doesn't. He doesn't have it in him. Oh! And he's got front wing damage for sure.
But so does Tarpinion. Tarpinion has front wing damage as well on the right hand side.
Wow. Azerbaijan delivering again a very entertaining night. Kenzie, just apologies there to the viewers. It seems like my broadcast was cut out a few moments ago. I have managed to bring that up again. Just apologies to the viewers. I'm not sure why the broadcast would have been cut down.
At least we were able to get it back up and running there without much trouble there. But all's well on my end.
That's the good thing about having 2 streams running on one race and one commentary on the 2 cameras respectively. The viewers can still follow should there be any technicalities on the one side.
Indeed.
We have seen Dion losing out because of another pit stop. He is now running 7th with 6 seconds to make up on the horse in 6th. So we have most of the drivers that made 2 stops, and I suspect the 2 stops would be in reason for having wing damage. So again, Baku delivering a lot of front wing changes in its race.
It's like, real shame for John Taylor, and
Just collected the wall again there in Castle. But luckily no wing damage.
but somehow doesn't take damage.
These guys have golden wings in these cars. Dion now has 7.5 seconds to make up between him and the horse. Dion being on the medium tire.
Meanwhile, further ahead, what on earth? I just cut to the battle between Michael Booker and Irving, and Michael hit the wall. Whether he collided with Irving, I don't know. But that's another casualty. That's 9 casualties from 2 races.
And he's standing in the middle of the road.
What on earth is he doing?
He can't move the car. He doesn't have a front wheel. The wheel is off. I can't get to a camera to keep the angle on that car. It's certainly becoming an issue.
Goodness me. Booker is
Seems
out of
like
the
it's been
race.
cleared.
Luckily my camera just caught the point of impact for Michael Booker while I just managed to cut to the battle between Irving and Booker, but that got very quickly.
Azerbaijan having 9 casualties in 24 hours. This is certainly becoming an iconic track.
I would not be surprised if we hit double digits. I would not be surprised if we hit double digits. And he goes for a and Owen Lewis going for a torpedo. He's up into 2nd place. Now to hunt Waddington down.
And Udica just took the Alfa Romeo of Gareth in the Alfa.
Yeah, I said that was Irving who managed to get himself into the top 10. We're almost at half distance already. And Irving's only 3 seconds behind Matt Dixon.
Matt Dixon closing the gap quickly on the Mercedes in front of him. Trying to see where we can follow because there's so much happening on this track that we have so on point with who to follow and when. It seems like Matt Dixon lost a bit of time. Corners before Castle. And he's made up a lot of time now through Castle section behind that Mercedes.
We're on to lap 13, we're halfway through the race. Fastest lap at the moment is Owen Lewis. fastest lap on the field, get the bonus point for the fastest lap.
Just apologies again there to the viewers. My party chat disconnected, but it seems like it is back on now. Kenzie, can you just confirm that I'm with you in the party?
Yep, because I just got the notification up just now, and all
Perfect.
is well.
There we go.
Sorry. And Ben Hazelwood with a time penalty. So the interesting thing is we've got Matt Dixon is on the hard tyres. Jarbelou's back into the pits meanwhile. Yellow flag's in sector 1.
Oh, we have another crash. Dion just went into Castle and he replicated Charles Leclerc.
And he's lost part of his front wing again.
Oh my word. This track seems to just not have any mercy on any driver. This would be the third wing change for Dion tonight, and he's still in 7th place.
He's still in the how he's managed that is beyond me.
I don't know. Again, they connected. Matt Dixon went into the rear of Dion on the main straight.
And Matt Dixon's having to come into the pits now. Dixon's going to have to come into the pits as a result of that. And Irving, witnessing all this happening, amazingly gets away unscathed.
What a turn of events. Now, who will be front between Dion and Matt Dixon? Dion going to the softs, and Matt Dixon going onto the mediums, and Matt Dixon just get ahead of him on the pits. Dion up down to 12th place.
Matt Dixon actually got out ahead, and he managed to get ahead of Ben Hazelwood as a result as well.
And Matt Dixon connects again with Lawless Cookie at the taxis. And they connect again!
And Matt's almost in the wall!
Dion being right in the
Williams in the wall! We've got a Williams in the wall! And it was indeed Dion. Oh my goodness me. What on earth is going on here? Dion having to change the front wing again. That'll be his 4th front wing change of the day. It's something he can really do with yellow sector 3. What that can be for, I don't know.
Disconnected from that session due to host migration. Is there a way that I can rejoin on that session, or would you be able to send me an invitation?
Asking ye shall receive, my good sir.
There we go. Right, I'm busy rejoining on that.
There we go.
I'm joining that.
Matt Dixon's back in the pits again. How many stops? This will be. I think Jarbelou's had 4 stops today. Matt Dixon 1. And Dion, that'll be his 4th stop as well. Yeah. Dion and Matt all having 4 stops today. Kyle Keegan and Brendan in the Mercedes, they've both had 3.
This is uncomprehendable. What is happening on the streets of Baku? Seeing what happened last night in the 100% of the Devil League and coming to the Extreme 1 League today, there's no difference. It just keeps happening, doesn't it?
Indeed. It's going to be interesting to see who manages to come out of this with the least amount of damage at this point. Two retirements. Taylor not being able to get back onto the track. And Michael Booker ended up in the wall, heading onto the main straight. And Dion almost loses it.
Well, the only three one stop at the moment is Gareth, Lano, and Anthony. So I think they are the three unscathed drivers in this race.
It definitely looks that way by that assumption, but and then we've got Ben Hazelwood in the pits again.
Dion now down to 15. He was 13 positions up a few laps ago, and now he was up seemingly in 15th with his teammate following suit 16th.
He was as high as 4th at one point, and Hazelwood again off at turn. That was turn 2. As he got front wing damage again.
Right front does have damage. And
he's
connecting again.
And a lot of cars coming behind them. They're having to try and avoid as much as they can. And somehow they managed to.
Literally. Literally.
Matt Dixon, meanwhile, he's bearing down on Lee for 12th place.
Neymar in 12th, just hit the wall and has got right front wing damage.
He's going to need to come into the pits again. Oh my goodness. Matt Dixon won't need to worry about that.
He will challenge. He will definitely challenge. Regardless.
Absolutely. Exactly. Why wouldn't he? And oh my god! And because of the position that Matt took on the track, he prevented Lee from coming into the pits.
Kenzie, sorry, apologies to the viewers, but there's been a disconnection again due to host migration. I'm not sure what the issue here might be.
Should be seasoned.
To the viewers, apologies from my side. I'm not sure what the technicality might be, but reconnecting should just continue.
Dixon managing to get past Lee without much trouble what's happening. And oh, as I say that, the technical gremlins have struck again.
It just doesn't end in Baku.
Lee might have a chance of getting past Matt on the straight.
Yeah, Matt's car is definitely disconnected. Sides of the car. It just doesn't end in Baku, does it, Kenny?
Matt Dixon in the pits.
as if the race is now starting to spread the pack out very nicely. We've got Toro Rosso challenging Jabe Lu for 14th position.
Not that it's gonna do much as far as the championship is concerned, but what it could do is it could stand in good stead in potentially going for the fastest lap outside the top 10. But of course, there's only one bonus point for. But of course, there's only one fastest lap point, and that goes to the racer that manages to get the fastest lap inside the top 10. As Waddington comes.
Up is Owens.
Indeed, Waddington has come into the pits. Meanwhile, he is going on to softs. He's going to try and get that fastest lap back.
And he will exit in front of Owens. He will definitely keep the lead.
Yeah, because he had a big enough gap. He had 29 seconds. He only needed roughly 20 seconds. But amazingly, he only lost. The gap's down to 11 seconds. He was at 29. He only lost 18 seconds. So it was a very quick pit stop. And as I say that, Dion in the Williams has just managed to get the fastest lap, but he's not finishing the top 10 for that lap, for that point to count.
Well, I would love to see Dion pull something out of the hat, you know, the ace up the sleeve for this race, having such a great performance in the first stint of this race. There's 7 laps to go, and be a runner for the points if we can pull it together. And Jabe Lu received a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. That might play very well into the hands of Dion at the moment.
Indeed.
Jabe Lu challenging for 13th position with the Renault. And he has taken the position now. The Renault has taken it. Jabe Lu does move on the pits. Matt Dixon rejoining us now. He would not have been happy with that disconnection. Dion crashed again.
My goodness me.
Into the pits for the 6th time.
Well, he might as well kiss his race goodbye at this point.
That might be the pits. And in 5 laps. 6 laps, mind you.
Yeah,
Caesar just getting a penalty there.
Yeah. Matt Dixon again with technical gremlins. The gap between Waddington and Lewis is 13 seconds. It doesn't look like it's going to be falling anytime soon. You're looking at catching at roughly 2 seconds a lap in Owen's case to try and prevent Waddington from getting that race win.
Well, it certainly seems like Anthony has got this one in the bag. We still have a little bit to go, but having consistent laps since the first one, it does seem like he's going to have this one in the bag. The Red Bull of Owen following suit in second, and Romano in third, very comfortably there. He's running a bit of his own race at the moment.
The Jarbe Lu closing in on Ben. Meanwhile, fastest lap wise, it is Dion with the fastest lap, but with Waddington being on the soft tyres, he is definitely going to try and go for that fastest lap instead and maximise his points today. Garrett with a time penalty.
Yep. This has been another very expensive race for the drivers tonight. 2 casualties. Now we have a total count of 9 on this track between 2 leagues in one day.
It's not as chaotic as it was last night, but doesn't change the fact that we still had a lot of action.
Definitely true. And we have just lapped Jarbe Lu, and that's Michael, dude with the big butt in 4th in the horse, just lapping Jarbe Lu there.
The gap between Waddington and Owen is just continuing to grow. The gap now up to 15 seconds. Go 2 after this. Lee bearing down on Matt Dixon. Gareth in the pits again, but he'll have enough time to get in position on the track. We'll get into the points today though.
Kenzie, if I may at this point, if the viewers would have posted the vote for driver of the day, who do you think they would be going with?
If it were up to me, as far as driver of the day is concerned, I would probably be saying Waddington. I would have to say Matthew Waddington, Anthony Waddington again. Kept himself out of trouble, kept himself calm, kept himself focused, managed to stick to his strategy, and as a result, pretty much guaranteeing that race win today.
Well, I'm having a look at the grid as well, and Irvin and Chantal both having stellar races, respectively, climbing both 7th places. Edgar being down a long way after having an incident and getting back into 7th after starting 14th or 13th, I think, on the grid. So that's also a very great performance from him.
Yeah, Irving started 14th and Chantal Carpinian managed to get up to 9th and 16th on the grid.
This has been a very short and exciting race when we're now approaching
Dion, meanwhile, Ben trying to get past.
But he's having a go.
Dixon. He's not going to go for it in turn 2. He's going to have a run down to turn 3. Look how close he is.
He will have the advantage on the slipstream. Not going to do the
But Matt had DRS as well with the Ferrari that was ahead of him. Mike's another time penalty. And Matt Dixon's in the wall! But he manages to get... Oh, that's everyone else. Oh, he's hit the... Shocking surprise, another front wing change, but it's the last lap. It's not going to happen.
What on earth?
He gave Ben Hazelwood a little nudge. And as a little bit of karma, he ended up in the wall.
They're trying to give the position back. They connected again.
Unbelievable.
I won't be surprised if these two drivers have a word or two with one another, asking questions what they would have done to get both a good result. But that was unfortunate for both of them.
Would not be surprised. So Wellington coming through the final sequence of corners now. He started second on the grid. He qualified third before grid penalties were taken into account. A great show of respect and sportsmanship in the Tour level last night, giving second place back to Callum Harrod and finishing third. But today is his day. Anthony Waddington gets his first win of the season and wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Very
well
happy with that.
done. And now Owen approaching also to complete his race in second place. Very close now.
From pole position, he gets second place. A fantastic drive from him. And following suit, now it's Romano in the Haas. He's coming through now to take third place. You get an unserved time penalty meanwhile. Will Mike be able to do anything about it? No, he won't. Because Romano keeps the podium slot that he earned.
This is again Kenzie delivered to all expectations in this race.
Indeed. Just getting the party, just getting the drivers in for the post-race interview. No one was able to improve on their lap time, so it will be Dion who might get the point for the fastest lap. And he has crossed the line now. We're just waiting on Brent to cross the line. There you go.
Whatever you can make second.
Warriors will be very happy about that one. There he goes, celebrating. Toro Rosso's first win since Monza 2008, almost 11 years ago.
That's quite a good result.
There are the standings. Waddington, Owen Lewis, Romano, Mike, Caesar, Jorge, Irving, Brendan, Tarpinian, and Kyle Keegan all rounding up the points. It'll be Dion that, because he got the fastest lap, he will get the fastest lap point. But nevertheless, on to the post-race interviews. First off, let's get our race winner, Anthony Waddington. Anthony, a great performance all round this weekend. You managed to get third place last night, and that sign of sportsmanship certainly paid you certainly paid dividends, and you ended up getting the race win today.
I did it. I had a good battle with Master Plane at the start. He actually hit the wall though in that round, that battle.
Yeah, so you were one of the few drivers today that was able to keep themselves out of trouble and just focus on getting a good race result.
Yeah, practice paid off, like I said yesterday.
Yeah. And two podium finishes this weekend. Definitely going to give you a lot of momentum heading into Spain next week.
Yeah, it's one of my least favourite tracks, so I've not got high hopes for myself, but I'll do my best.
So we like to hear them. Thanks very much, Anthony. And again, congratulations on your win.
Cheers, man.
Yeah. Owen, all round great performance from you this weekend. You managed to get pole position and you managed to finish second as well.
Yeah. I thought my qualifying went pretty well, and then when the race came around, I hit the wall, really on it. While I was battling with Anthony, and then I disconnected. So unfortunate, and really set me back pretty far. I feel like I probably could have pulled off a win, if not for that. But I'm still very happy with the result, and pleased to support Red Bull this weekend.
And with that great race result into account, do you think it will give you a momentum boost and potentially a seat next week in Spain?
Yeah, I've already been offered a seat, but it was for Williams. I declined. I want to get a better team. But I think Caesar appreciates having me on his team for Red Bull. So I'm hoping he'll continue to invite me to Red Bull.
Then we'll see what happens over the course of the next week. Again, massive congratulations on your second place this evening.
Thank you.
And last but by no means least, Romano, third place for the Haas. Not the best qualifying performance in the world, but getting third place in the race tonight despite all the carnage.
Yes, definitely so. It's all about holding on this race. Tough race. My favorite trip. But third place, I'll take it.
Very interesting how you managed to avoid the as much of the carnage as possible to be able to get that third place.
Exactly. You know, I went to chance this morning. So I had to pray for tonight's race.
It turns out it definitely paid off.
Absolutely right.
So, do you think this will give you a momentum boost heading to Spain next week?
Absolutely. I'm just waiting for my permanent seat. So where I can vote my next races to come and so forth. But Spain, I hope I end up in top ranking.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what happens over the course of the next week with the transfer window fast approaching. But again, thanks very much for your time this evening, guys. And congratulations on your results.
Thank you.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Just hold on, Dion.
Hello, yes.
Alright, Kingsley, so that wraps up this race,
Indeed,
it does. It was almost again a repeat of what we saw last night. But what a good result for some of the drivers.
Indeed, I say not as many casualties as last night, but still a pretty entertaining race with its moments all around.
Yeah, and well, it only came to light to me now why they're gonna keep Monaco out of the calendar.
We'll wait and see what happens, but that sadly brings to an end our coverage of the Extreme One Racing League this evening. Next week it will be sunny Spain. Hopefully it'll be sunny, but we'll wait and see what happens as far as the weather is concerned. But until then, Willem, again, thanks very much for joining us for commentary this evening.
Kenzie, thank you very much for the opportunity again. It was a pleasure as always. Looking forward to many other opportunities, and again, well done to all the drivers tonight.
Absolutely, it's going to be exciting to see what happens in Spain next week. But until then, it's good night from us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week.